Good morning, everyone. Well, it's early morning and I am down here in front of Adaminaby's renowned big trout, standing tall over the top of me, which is not difficult considering it's some 12 metres high. And I am not even close to 2 metres high for all of those who know me. Anyway, I'm down here in front of the big trout this morning because today, for anybody who is interested, I'm going to take you on an adventure that I don't even know myself yet how that adventure is going to pan out. I do have an idea of where I'm going to go, and I do hope you enjoy tagging along with me, but let's see where we end up. Okay, so I've made it to my first intersection of the morning, and you might be a little bit surprised to actually have already noticed that I didn't turn right to head up the mountains. I've actually turned left, and this is my first turn for the morning. So as you can see here, I'm here just on the side of Snowy Mountains Highway, and I'm about to turn right towards Berrydale. So can anyone guess where I might be going? Okay everyone, so we're at our next intersection. I've just travelled along Middling Bank Road, and this is where I am right now. So at this point in the morning, I think you'll be able to figure out, if you have not already, where I am headed to today. Still don't know what I'm going to get up to. We'll have to see as the video unfolds. But yes, I'm headed to Eucumbene Dam, my favourite dam. How cool will that be? Let's go along for the ride. So I just stopped here on my way. This is Round Plain Church, which is a uniting church. Lots and lots of history across the Monero, especially with how many of these churches were built by many families coming together. I actually don't know the history of this one, so I'm not pretending that I do, but generally speaking, the churches across the Monero, as indeed across many of the areas of Australia, have many family ties to a lot of the areas to which the churches were built when people first settled in the area. And this one, of course, is part of the Monero's history. So it's a uniting church. There are still occasionally services here, I believe. It was originally a Presbyterian church, and according to the sign here, was opened, I believe, on the 10th of April 1870, but don't quote me on those facts. The fact remains that these churches are an amazing part of our Monero history, and this is Round Plain Church. You'll see over to the side here, I'll take you over here, and as was very much customary in the day, local cemeteries were part of many church grounds. Anyway, there's a little bit of history of Round Plain Church. So I'm now just looking at a signboard here about the Round Plain Cemetery, and the signboard points to the fact that on the 30th of March 1869, a gentleman by the name of Reverend W. Baker laid the foundation stone for the first Presbyterian church in the Cooma district of Monero at Round Plain. So this indeed was the first Presbyterian church on the Monero here at Round Plain. The land had been granted by the Crown for Presbyterian purposes. The church was completed in 12 months, with Reverend W. Baker and William Oliver and William Dardine and Archibald McPhee were in attendance as the elders of the dedication on the 10th of April 1860, is what the signboard says here. So, as I mentioned in that video just a moment ago, there is so much history that's attached to these churches, particularly with families who, it's part of their heritage, it's part of what they did when they came to Australia, settled in places like the Monero, and indeed, as I said earlier, all over Australia, these churches have massive family ties. So the first Presbyterian church on the Monero was indeed here at Round Plain, on the way to Eucumbene Dam. So we're at our next intersection now. There's a few turns to get to Eucumbene Dam, in fact. This one turns us onto Eucumbene Road, and as you can see, we're still 13 kilometres actually from the dam. This is at a location named Rocky Plain. We're going to be turning right here and heading up that way there towards Eucumbene Dam. If you turn left here, Jindabyne is 30 kilometres away from this intersection. Just stopped here at Rocky Plain Public School. Here's the flagpole out the front. The sign here on the building of Rocky Plain Public School says March 1927. So just like many of the churches in the Monero or on the Monero, there were many of these locality public schools scattered throughout as well. Obviously there was significant distances involved for the children to get to school every day, Many would walk significant distances or ride horses, or then in latter years, of course, vehicles. But until good roads and good transport meant that kids could travel further to more major locations for school, their public school primary years, infant and primary years, were spent in these local schools. Before then, when needing to go to high school and being older, of course, they moved on to going to various boarding schools. So the only students in attendance here at Rocky Plains School this morning are a whole heap of cows, some ravens, and a mob of sheep happily grazing in once what would have been the school playground, because there's a set of monkey bars. We're only about 5 minutes now from the Eucumbene Dam wall. I've just stopped here to film this last intersection so that if you are taking notes as to how to find this location, I'll have filmed all the intersections for you. Interesting of note this morning, almost half the distance from Adaminaby to here is been covered in a thick blanket of fog. So visibility is somewhat limited, and it is going to mean a bit of a delay in some more filming this morning down at the dam wall, because I'll probably have to wait for that to lift. But this is where I am right now. So this is the final intersection here, as you can see. Here, if you go straight ahead, you'll go down to Braemar Bay Holiday Park, which is straight through there, about 3 kilometres away. And we're turning to the left just here and heading down to Eucumbene Dam. We are almost at the dam wall, you'll be pleased to know. However, before you get to the dam wall, there's a couple of other things to show you. And the first one of those is the spillway. There's a fair bit of history with the spillway, because what many people don't know is that when Eucumbene was originally constructed, it was thought that it was because it was so large that it would never fill. However, that was soon to be tested, and it very nearly did fill. Back in the day, I cannot remember the year off the top of my head, but the point is it did. And as a result of that, a spillway was fairly hastily built the year after, I believe. And this that you will see next is that spillway. Some shots that I took of that on the day, and also we then go around to the car park lookout and to where the public toilets are. You may have noticed I've just had to put my jacket on. Been in my t-shirt all the way to the dam wall, but this morning here, because of the fog, it is still quite chilly. So it's about 8 o'clock or just after 8 o'clock right now, but we've arrived almost to the dam wall. What I've stopped to film here is, first of all, what you will find when you first come into the dam wall area, and that is this quite large parking area here, which has a toilet block down on this bottom corner. So if you get over here and you need amenities, that's where they are. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you for a walk. We're going to head up here. I've never really done this before because of my limp, but today is a day of new adventures and new opportunities for my YouTube audience. So we're going to walk up this footpath here that leads up to what was a tremendous lookout from up the top here. Over the years, trees have grown up and basically hidden the whole view of the dam wall that used to be here. I'm hoping to be able to come back here later today, and I will get a bit of a video to show you what it looks like when you're up above the trees, and maybe you can guess how I'm going to do that. But this lookout here, back in the day, nothing was done by halves. This was really done properly. Look at this beautiful rock wall that's been constructed by who I'm assuming would have been snowy workers back in the day. And coming over here, there used to be 3 big signs. Somewhere in my archives of stuff I've actually got photos of those signs, but they are no more. And likewise here, when you look out across, you can see not much. First of all, because it's very foggy, as I've already mentioned, but you used to be able to come up over to this top here and you would look out across this area here, all through here, and back across this way, and you would see the dam wall. Because what not many people actually know is that the Eucumbene Dam wall is made up of 2 sections. The first section here, sort of effectively on the eastern side, is much shorter than the main section of the dam wall, but I'll take you down there and show you that in a minute. So we are now down at what is the smaller section of the Eucumbene Dam wall, And due to the fog, as I've already mentioned, there's not much to see across the water there. The lake is just there. You can see dead trees and whatnot, but this is the smaller section of the Eucumbene Dam wall. There's nothing small about it, let me tell you. It's a significant section. It's just that it is considerably smaller than the main section that actually sits across the Eucumbene River. But this was a lower point in the second valley that had to be filled to obviously hold the water back. So the smaller section of Eucumbene Dam wall, many people don't realise that they drive across this one to get to the main section, not realising what it actually is. I've had many conversations over the years with people about this. Okay, so we made it. It's about 2.5 hours since I left home. Mind you, it doesn't take that long to drive to the dam wall. If you drive straight across here from Adaminaby, you're looking at about an hour driving safely, especially early in the morning because of the wildlife. But here we are at Eucumbene Dam. The fog has been rolling in and out since I sat here. I am now enjoying my morning coffee and breakfast as I film this one for you, and there'll be lots more to come throughout the day. I'm planning on hanging around here and doing lots of video. So just filming here again near the Eucumbene weather station. In actual fact, you can see that it's just there. So this is the site of where the Eucumbene tea house used to be. So this whole area here, you've got the weather station there, but this whole area here used to be the parking area for people coming to visit the Eucumbene tea house. Little bit of history about that I do know is that during the 1960s and 70s, literally thousands of people flocked to this location to check out the newly built Lake Eucumbene. And many people came from all over Australia and in fact many other countries to check it all out because it was such a big talked about thing at the time. Far cry from the 26th of January 2026, and here I am, the lone sole person present. But anyway, I'm not complaining, and it's wonderful to be able to show you some of this beautiful country. Beautiful Eucumbene Dam. So everyone, continuing my adventures over here at the Eucumbene Dam wall. It's now midday, so a few hours have gone by and I've just been relaxing, taking in the absolute serenity of this local place, which I love to come to at least 3 or 4 times a year. If you've ever wondered what date the Snowy Mountains scheme actually commenced, there's a plaque over here at the dam wall that tells you. So the Snowy Mountains Hydroelectric Authority, this plaque commemorates the official commencement of work on the Snowy scheme on the 17th of October 1949 by His Excellency the Right Honourable Mr. McKell, W.J. McKell. He was the Governor-General of Australia at the time. So if you ever want to come and have a look at this, apart from on my YouTube episode, this is where to find it. And another plaque over here at the Eucumbene Dam wall is this one, telling you a bit about the dam itself and all the facts and figures. Interestingly, it's been here for some time, probably I'm guessing since May 1958 when the dam was officially completed. So it's coming up to 68 years old in 2026. All the facts and figures are in imperial measurements, which of course we were using back then. And the Eucumbene Dam is obviously the largest main storage for the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme. Did you know that it holds water from the following rivers: the Eucumbene, the Murrumbidgee, and the Snowy, the Tooma and Tumut rivers? So it's no wonder that it needed to be this big to hold such a huge amount of inflow when we have decent snow years. So I have been over here many times. I have photographs and video of this exact scene filmed in all weathers, except actually when it's been snowing, I think is about the only thing I can't say I have. But this is what it's like today on Australia Day 2026. So we've just gone and looked at the whole dam wall, or main section of the dam wall, as I've mentioned earlier in the video. And here we pan all the way around into Eucumbene Cove, what is known as Eucumbene Cove. Thanks everyone for joining me on this adventure over here at Eucumbene Cove and the dam wall of Lake Eucumbene. What an impressive sight it is. I do hope that you have enjoyed this adventure with me as I've taken you along. There is so much to Lake Eucumbene in itself, so much more than just fishing, and of course coupled with that, the mighty Snowy Mountains scheme, which is next level amazing. Did you know that there's a total of 16 dams that make up the Snowy scheme? This one being the largest, but by no means the only. So as I draw to an end this video, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe the video. It does help me to keep providing this content. I am working on providing a video at least once a month through 2026. So let's see how we go with that. But thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, even constructive criticism, please leave it in the comments. I'm very open to working on improving. but also tell me the things that you loved about it as well. Thanks, everyone.